Hey, Calvin, we're live now. Hey, look, yesterday, well, first of all, let me just say this. Today, I decided we're going to go ahead and do a Q&A on LinkedIn. As far as LinkedIn's concerned, there's a whole bunch of people that have questions on how to use it, what you can do with it, all kinds of different things. And I've been on LinkedIn for 11 years, and I kind of live on it. I've been working on it for a long time, so I can answer any questions that come about. Now I have the ability to go LinkedIn Live at the same time I go Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So there's questions from different places. In fact, the comments can all come over to me, and I could pop it up there. So if there's any questions about LinkedIn, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to talk to you about what we did yesterday. Calvin's my assistant, and I went ahead and promoted him to give. You're going to be the one giving away stuff now, right? Well, you gave away olive oil on Friday, I think. Yeah, on Friday, yeah. And you're going to be doing that later on. But we were busy yesterday testing some product that's that I believe is made in Louisiana. It's called Cajun Pop, and we tried all the different kinds, right, Calvin?
Yeah.
And what they did was they did a popcorn like boiled crawfish. And man, I bet you can't wait to eat crawfish, Calvin.
Yeah.
Wow. We went to one crawfish boil at the beginning of the season, and then the season, everything went to everything was messed up, right? So we're looking forward to hopefully eating some crawfish before it goes out of season. But I had a friend that bought some of these local popcorns, and it's a tough job, but we had to test it out. I got to tell you, the boiled crawfish is pretty good. Okay. I'm a big Zapp's crawtator guy. I love it. And during the course of the last 30 years, I've shipped product all over the country because that was something that was a little different, right? Well, this popcorn's a little different. It's got the seasoning in there. Now, one of the ones we tried was the king cake. The one thing that was pretty cool about the king cake one, when you open it up, you could smell king cake. And we kind of didn't make much of the season either, right? How many king cakes we ate? I think we just ate one, right?
Ate one, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite king cake is from Randazzo's, and it's just a few blocks from our house. So that's my personal favorite. That's the one that works, right? The Randazzo one. So this particular popcorn smelled just like king cake, and it was very, very good. And we tried another one. They had a beignet one. Beignet was good, and this particular company, Cajun Pop, actually makes one that's called pecan pie. The pecan pie had to be good, but we didn't try that one. Mm-hmm. And one more, let's see. Oh yeah, they had okay, I ate the boiled crawfish, and that was hot, right? But I forgot all about the fact that the caramel popcorn was called Kickin' Caramel. And next thing you know, that was hot too. So when you eat hot stuff, what you like to drink with it, Calvin?
Milk.
Yeah, so I went and get Calvin some milk. So that's what that's all about. But anyway, LinkedIn, the thing about LinkedIn now is that it's available live. It started back in at the beginning of last year. Wow. It's very limited. Not many people have it. You have to apply for it, and we're just so fortunate. Even though we're not like video. We're not video guys, are we?
I thought you said we're doing Facebook.
We are doing Facebook, but remember, we're not video guys. We're not speakers or reporters or journalists or anything like that. We're just regular food guys, right? Oh, that's true. I'm a food guy. You're a what?
Law enforcement.
He's a law enforcement guy. He likes law enforcement. Okay, so anyway, we as far as LinkedIn's concerned, I have a pretty good a following on the personal side. Mm-hmm. I'm up to 21,500. I went from 12,000 at the beginning of the year to 21,500 today. And so I have LinkedIn Live on that, and I have LinkedIn Live on my business. And it's called Constant Sales. But in Thibodaux, it's called Constant, right, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now that we're Facebook, I have a higher concentration of people from Southern Louisiana, and it's Constant.
Yeah.
But when you go around the country, you got to say constant, right, Calvin? Because they don't understand Constant.
Yeah.
That's the way that goes. Now the thing about the company page, the company pages were very, very hard to get followers on. So it took me 10 years. 10 years went by, and I had 100 followers. I didn't even have 100 followers. I just got it in December. And what LinkedIn did is LinkedIn came out with a feature called the LinkedIn Invite feature, the LinkedIn company page feature. So you could take if you have a strong following on the personal side, you could use that feature to invite the people that you're already connected to on LinkedIn.
Dad, remember, tell Carol about the eyeball contest.
Okay, I'll tell her. Yeah. Okay, so the deal is now it makes it very, very much easier to do it because it was almost impossible. And what happened was in December they allowed, in my case, okay, everything's different, but in my case they let me invite 50 people a day. And then they took it away, and then they brought it back again, and it was 25 a day. And then now what it is, it's 100. So now that it's very, very easy to invite people to your company page, I also found out that you could do showcase pages. So my business is called Constant Sales, been around for 33 and a half years. And what I wanted to do is start featuring product from different states. So at first what I did was I put together one called Made in Louisiana Foods as far as a showcase page. And what I'm able to do is I'm able to go through my 10,733 connections and take whoever I think that would be interested in following the Louisiana stuff. Because there's no doubt about it. The Louisiana, the foods that are made in Louisiana are so much different than everything else, right? They're special, right?
Yeah, it's so much different than here because
Wait, when you go around the country, do you eat crawfish?
Nope.
Do you eat king cake?
Nope.
No? Do you eat boudin?
Yep.
Yeah, but do you eat it when you go on different parts of the country?
Nope.
No? See, one thing, Calvin's been all over the country, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Calvin's been to 41 different states, and he's eaten a lot of different things in a lot of different places, but he likes the spicy food, right, Calvin?
Yep.
Yeah. So like I said, we enjoyed that popcorn yesterday. That was a kick. And then sooner or later we'll get a hold of some boudin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we like all the kinds, right? Whether it's seafood, crawfish, all that kind of stuff.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Calvin.
Remember to tell Carol about the eyeball contest in case she wants to enter.
I will do that. Let's see. Okay, so the one thing that I'm working on is I'm opening different. I'm putting together different showcase pages for different states, and then we're adding different things to those particular places. So, like for instance, Louisiana was my first one, and then what I'm doing is just for the last 6 years I've been talking about all the different manufacturers in Louisiana, and now I got a particular place to put it. So it's not like, since I talk about nothing but made in USA foods that are made in the United States.
You talk about food all day long.
Yeah, I talk about food all day long, but it's all product that's made in the United States. And since I do that, and now that I'm able to go ahead and invite people to different pages, I'm able to kind of sort it all out, right? So when it comes to Louisiana, one of the big coffees is Community. So I got Community in there. The big mayonnaise company is Blue Plate, right? Blue Plate. So I have Blue Plate in there.
Yeah.
As far as seasoning is concerned, Zatarain's is the big deal. The big deal. And then when you get to hot sauce, Tabasco, right, Cal?
Yeah.
Man, people know Tabasco all over the world.
Oh, Dad, you might. They said they might. You might lose a recruit
Oh no.
to Alabama. You might.
Oh, you see, he's talking about LSU, Alabama. He gets a kick when somebody decides they're not going to LSU and they're going to Alabama instead. Come on, Calvin.
I don't know the rules.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna see what happens. Boy, you're gonna be in for a big surprise if LSU beats Alabama again.
No.
Is that gonna happen?
Nope. Don't.
Oh, Calvin's already predicting that Alabama's gonna beat LSU. Okay. Hey, speaking of Baton Rouge, you know, LSU Tigers. That's Manda country. They do a lot of sausage. Roast. I used to compete against them all the time. They make roast beef. Yeah.
Remember, tell Carol about the owl ball contest just in case.
Okay.
She wants to enter.
Okay, Carol. Carol used to work for Sam's. Now she works for Walmart. Calvin wants you to know that there's a contest for olive oil in a future LinkedIn Live, right, Calvin? Where Calvin's going to be the one in charge of giving the olive oil away. Hey, I got it in front of me. So I just soon show you. This is Cajun Heat. This is grown. The olives are grown in Texas, right, Calvin? And they make olive oil. So you gave what, 6 different bottles away?
Yep.
Hey, you never know. You know, when we start talking, you just never know what direction we're going into. But it's a company called Texana Brands, and there's at least 6 different flavors, right? And that's what you did. That's what you shipped out, right, on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to pay attention to you got to pay attention to Calvin's LinkedIn Lives because he's going to be giving some stuff away. Hey, so since I'm on Texas, I did a showcase page called Made in Texas Foods. And then, okay, so the first one I did, since we're giving olive oil away. Hey, by the way, if there's any other manufacturers that want Calvin, if you want Calvin to give some stuff away, just let me know. Send me a message on LinkedIn, or you could send it on YouTube or Facebook, whatever. Hey, while we're at it in Texas, you have Bluebell ice cream. That's a big deal over there.
And you have Michael Paz there that works.
Yeah, Michael J. Paz. He works for the olive oil company. And then you got a company called Pedersen Natural Farms out in Texas, and they do bacon and sausage and ham. They cover all those different things. So the deal is like for Texas, okay, so right out the get-go, so I put this page together, Made in Texas Foods. So then I'm putting the olive oil from Texas, the Bluebell ice cream from Texas, the Pedersen Natural Farms bacon, sausage, and ham. You know, so I'm putting that in Texas. And as time goes by, I'll put the 4th and the 5th, and next thing you know, I'm going to have 100 different brands in there, right?
Yeah.
So when you want to buy USA, then you could go ahead and go to the different showcase pages for the different states to find out where everything's made.
Aren't you gonna find out who's watching this right now?
Yeah, you're gonna find out. In fact, you probably know this person right here, Calvin. Look, it's Debbie. Debbie Hoffer. You remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's saying hi, Calvin.
Okay.
So say hi back. She's watching you right now. There you go. Calvin's a little confused. He can't believe that she's on the other side.
All right.
So you gotta look right there, and that's where she's at.
Move on to the next one.
Okay. Well, anyway, since she's out in Baton Rouge, let's just yeah. So Amanda's big time deal over there.
Sausage.
What about Louisiana fish fry? Louisiana fish fries out in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you live in New Orleans, Chissacy hams is a big deal. Yeah. So you got Chissacy hams in New Orleans, and you got Amanda and Baton Rouge.
And they're almost close to knocking down the Hard Rock.
Yeah. So Calvin's keeping track of what's going on in Louisiana, whether the Hard Rock gets knocked down or not.
That's what it is.
And then you have Louisiana. As far as Louisiana, you have Louisiana tea, and you got the Louisiana coffee, and then you got French Market coffee. So we got those coffees covered for Louisiana. And then we did one for Made in California. And as far as California is concerned, the one thing that I kind of think about is all the different plant-based milks that have come out. You like that stuff, right? Yeah. Almond milk and cashew milk. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, the one that I like is Califia does a chocolate cashew milk. That's awesome. Fantastic, because regular has like 220 calories. This chocolate cashew milk is really good. I mean, it's very, very good, and it's only 90 calories. So that's good, right? And
Yeah.
it's full of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's from Califia Farms in California. And then two things that I like is Jelly Bellies out in Fairfield, California. They make all kinds of different jelly beans. And I happen to be in Wisconsin. I went to their warehouse there. So they have like two places. So I've been to both of them. And then you get to, Gimbals is in San Francisco, and they do jelly beans. They do jelly beans too. We've eaten a lot of those jelly beans. That's made in San Francisco.
This lady's in Baton Rouge?
Yeah. That's where she lives, right in the Baton Rouge area.
I think a mechanic's coming from...
Oh, Calvin thinks his wheelchair mechanic's coming from Baton Rouge.
No, but I think they're coming from Lafayette this time. Dad.
Okay, they might be Lafayette. Okay. And then going on, we got a Florida page, and the first thing that comes to my mind is Natalie's orange juice. Natalie's makes their orange juice in Florida. They're using Florida oranges. I know that they do their best to make sure that the box and the tape and everything comes from the United States. They're very, very U.S. oriented.
Yep.
Plus, they make some good juices. And they ship their juices all over the world for the military. Wherever the military is, they ship juices all over. Made in Florida, made in the USA. So I'm a big fan of the Natalie's orange juice. One thing that we went to the Louisiana Restaurant Show, and you got a chance to drink the orange juice over there, right, Calvin? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went to the Texas Restaurant Show, and I drank some over there too. So they were all over. Now,
I got to drink one of their coffees over there too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you drank some coffee. And then New York is of course a place that has a whole bunch of different food manufacturers. And I got started with Rosina. I sold Rosina meatballs all over southern Louisiana and southern Mississippi for a very long time. And they're made in Cheektowaga, New York. Okay, let's just call it Buffalo, New York. That's where they're made. And that company's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes by. In Brooklyn, New York, there's Crepini, and they make those egg thins to where you can add all kinds of different things on the egg, and then do a wrap or a thin.
Yeah.
And in fact, I met when I was at the Louisiana Restaurant Show. They went ahead and made me one, Calvin. Hey, you know why yeah. So you have that, and then one of the other companies that I worked with for a while was Acme Smoked Fish, and that's made in Brooklyn, New York too. Hey, I think you could put the smoked salmon on the crepini wrapping and wrap that up. I think that works. Yeah. Now, as far as all the years that I sold Rosina, the one thing that I like as far as Rosina is concerned is the Swedish meatballs with you remember the Franco-American gravy? Franco-American? Now it's called Campbell's. The Campbell's brown gravy in a can. Mix it with the Swedish meatballs. It's awesome. Fantastic. But the other thing the other great way to do meatballs is put it in a steamer and steam the Italian meatballs. Then you get the taste of the Romano and that kind of stuff. That, by the way, that was very, 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 very popular in South Louisiana. Even though we're Cajun, we like Italian food too, right, Calvin?
I'm Cajun.
Yeah, you're Cajun, and your mom is Venezuelan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Calvin gets the best of both worlds. He gets all the Cajun food and he gets all the Hispanic food, right? Latin food.
Believe me. Yes.
Yeah, you get all kinds of things. So Calvin's eating all those different things. So I had room to make two more, and I started with two other different companies, or two different showcase pages, and that was Pennsylvania. And the first thing that comes to mind as far as Pennsylvania is Mrs. T's Pierogies. Now, 30-something years ago, when I tried to sell Mrs. T's Pierogies, people wanted to know, what is that?
Yeah.
They didn't know. Nobody down here knew what that was. Well, 30 years down the road, now everybody kind of knows, maybe. But it's a real simple deal. It's like pasta, It's like a ravioli with mashed potatoes inside, and then they put all kinds of different things like sauerkraut and onions and bacon and all kinds of other things. But the pierogi, that's out of Pennsylvania. And then the other thing, of course, you can never forget about when you're talking about Pennsylvania is Hershey. You went to the Hershey plant, right?
Yep.
You went to the Hershey plant, and the thing that I'll never forget is that we ate some Heath cookies, right?
And I also went to the water mortar plant. Oh man.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Calvin's jumping on over to the water plant. Last year, right around this time, we got invited to go to the Evermore water plant in Covington, Louisiana.
And
Yeah,
that's where I had my appointment.
I think I can say that was the first time that Calvin got invited to a real food plant. And the good thing about it is he was able to get around and see almost everything that was in that plant, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to drink some water, right?
Yep.
And then Calvin got to bring some water home.
Yep.
Boy, that was a bad day, though. That was a bad day as far as the weather, because that day it was like they said there was a tornado hitting down close to where we were, right? And so we were kind of like, what's going on here? You remember that, Calvin?
Yep.
Yeah. So we put the water in the back of the vehicle and we took off, right? But the water was great. We took some pictures while we were in the plant. But he had a good time at that particular deal. Okay, so I'm just gonna okay, we covered all those Cajun popcorns that were around, and all I got to say is I work with LinkedIn quite a bit, and if there's anybody that has any questions as far as how to use it, how to hook it up, what can I do with it, the possibilities are endless now. It's just like if you work on engines, for instance, and you have a LinkedIn page, and then you have a LinkedIn company page, an engine company that works on a repair shop for engines, whatever. And then you're doing lawnmower engines, and you're doing go-kart engines, and you're doing motorcycle engines, let's say. Okay, you got 3 different classifications. On LinkedIn, you could set up 3 different pages, one for the lawnmowers, one for the motorcycles. Right?
Because remember, Grandpa bothered you about that lawnmower every day.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It took a long time to get that lawnmower fixed, right? So that's the one thing I can't do is or I forgot to do was to turn that phone off, right, Kyle? That's what I'm supposed to do, and I didn't do that. But anyway, that's the deal. We're gonna cut it off here, right? And if there's any questions, just go ahead and send them on in, and we'll take care of that, right, Calvin?
Answer that phone of yours.
Oh no, we're gonna call back. We're live, Calvin.
I know.
You forgot about that? You're not on. It's not only that you're live on Facebook and YouTube. You're on live on LinkedIn too. So that's the way that goes. All right, y'all take care. We'll talk to you at a later time.
I think you should let me talk to the orthopedic because
okay,
your voice is breaking down.
Oh, my voice is breaking down. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and talk to the orthopedic. Okay. All right, we'll see you. Take care. I'll see you.